When you elevate, right? When you elevate and you ascending and you ascend above your lower natures, your lower self, and your lower energies, and you ascend to your higher self and your higher energies, betcha. And I trust you on this. You go out into the world, the assimilation world, planet, whatever surroundings, people, places, and things are gonna most definitely try to lower your vibration and try to pull you to a lower vibration so you're more susceptible to physical attacks, spiritual attacks, emotional attacks, mental attacks, all different type of like attacks or tactics and stuff. All to gain your attention, all to gain your awareness, all to, you know what I'm saying? Energy ciphering, energy harvesting. And the whole saying, that saying they're gonna get you, you know what I'm saying? It gives off like, you mean they are gonna try to blood sacrifice you? They're gonna try to destiny swap with you? To try to unalive you, to try to set you up, to try to silence you, to try to swap you out, to try to, you know what I'm saying? Try to like harvest your energy so they can become you. Everybody's a spirit within a body. You can't be the spirit. You can only be the spirit that you are. You can't be, there's no such thing as that. There's no such thing as that. Energy can't be destroyed, it can only be transferred. But the way that different cults, said churches or cults or sororities or like fraternities or however that will go or goes, be participating in these rituals, these blood sacrifices, and also these attended destiny swaps and stuff. That tells me because it was two people today. Some church was talking about a pamphlet. This sorority fraternity talking. They, I guess they were on the street corner talking about God and stuff like that. Trying to give me a pamphlet. Trying to do this in front of like a whole four-way. All the cars watching within the in the location where I was at. And I'm like, why does, when it comes to God, it needs to be all this attention, or you trying to give somebody this pamphlet, or you trying to do all this and that? Like, I don't want that. But not only, I don't want to exchange energy with you. I don't want to exchange eye contact with you. I don't want to exchange energy, words, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I don't want to receive nothing from you. I don't need a pamphlet to know God. I don't need a Bible to know God. I don't need to go to a physical building, a church. It gets to the point where it seemed like they idolize, I guess, the book, the word. The word is what people got lost in, because words are spells. Everything that anybody does is almost like a ritual or some form of a practice. You do it in unison. You do it in repetition, over and over and over again. Like, nah. I done had people try to destiny swap with me. I done had people try to unalive me. I done had people try to, like, blood sacrifice me and stuff like that. And they say they doing it for the elders. They say they doing it for the cult. They say they doing it for the church. They say, but then it was like two people trying to give me a pamphlet today about God. They insured to make sure like they was like, it was two bystanders standing when I was at the crosswalk. Mind you, this person from this fraternity, right? on the street corner talking about this God stuff and all that other type of stuff. He didn't bother them, from what I can recall in my memory. He over there hollering at me and stuff. Why you trying to make me the focal point? Cause they only bring you up to tear you down, right? Like who is you trying to have, y'all trying to have as y'all next sacrificial lamb, or y'all next attempted destiny swap? It's not gonna be me. All attempts have failed. He said, "Oh, they're gonna get you." I can't be God. God guides me. God covers me. God protects me. So if you want to wrestle with God, go be my guest. But I don't have to seek God through a person, place, a thing, or a circumstance, or a scenario, or situation. That's just not what it is. That's just not how this is. God is all around. God is in. God can come through in a message, through a song, through numbers, through a color you may see, like all types of stuff. Like they try to like personify God, or try to turn God into like a human being, when like everybody is spirit in a damn body. But you supposed to be your own savior. You supposed to save yourself, not look for some God to save you. God don't help those who don't help themselves. So if you're not willing to help yourself, God ain't gonna help you either. You just remain where you at. The Bible ain't gonna save nobody. Then going to the church every other, not gonna save. The only person gonna be saved is the person who sees that God is within them and saves themselves. And they willing to save themselves. They willing to change themselves for the betterment of themselves and for themselves. But can't nobody make can't no other spirit in a body make some other spirit in a body force something onto them. It's like they was trying to force religion on to me in front of people today. What type of humiliation ritual is that? Let's not even stop there. Be multiple rituals that they do. Almost seem like you don't even gotta even sign some type of contract. They can come in rural areas or in different locations within the United States, in this world or whatever, and target you and stuff. Done been through the RICO cases. Done been through the attempted blood sacrificing and the attempted destiny swapping and stuff, to try to harvest a cycle of my energy and try to embody my energy and be me. You could never be me. You know what I'm saying? It's better a person be themselves, because they could never, ever be me. And God see that as weak. God gave you a spirit, God gave you a mind, and you don't want to utilize it. You ain't even grateful for that. You want to use your vessel to try to attack the next spirit in the body, and try to step and walk all over them and use and abuse them and stuff like that. And you think that's okay? You think that's all right? They gonna get you. Never been God. Never will be. God protects me. God guides and protects me. It won't allow me to fall for none of that stuff. But I'm thankful for those experiences today, because it allowed me to enforce healthy boundaries. That's what I've been learning. When you acknowledge and can see the patterns of lessons, of what lesson you're going through and you're going to have to learn in order to move forward in life, because you will remain stuck where you're at until you learn your lesson, or learn the lesson in front of you. And it's definitely boundaries. Because I don't care if this person come from a church. I don't care if this person got a pamphlet and they're talking about God. They could easily be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Literally. You can't trust something at face value, at what you see 3D wise. This person could have an evil spirit. This person could have a demonic spirit. This spirit could be dirty. This spirit could have like evil intentions. We talking about churches, we talking about sacrifices, we talking about destiny swap, we talking about rituals, we talking about spells. Where's the spells? Giving me a pamphlet? I don't know you. I don't know what's in that pamphlet. I don't know what type of energy you have and the intention you have while giving me this pamphlet. I'm divinely guided and protected. Not finna just fall for no okie doke or something like that. The more that you trust in yourself, the more that you believe in yourself, the more you love yourself. God acknowledges that. God don't acknowledge the person that just wants a mental crutch or just want something to lean on or say, or they need this or just the piggyback or follow these members or that person or this person and stuff like that. Like what? It's more appreciative when you know thyself. When you know thyself, you move like you know thyself. I don't need no pamphlet. I don't need no Bible. I don't need none of that. I don't need to go to no church to know God. God is within everything, all things within you. Like, one thing I do know, since they couldn't come through these other ways, like through the RICO cases and trying to have somebody talking about smoking this and smoking that and these substances that they plant within the cities and stuff like that. And the police and the judges and everybody be like in cahoots and working together. Like, let's see how many souls we can rapture up, how many cases we can get during the winter solstice, which is like what, November to December or whatever, or the sacrificial times and stuff. Blood sacrifices and destiny swaps, and let's see how much energies we can harvest through different propaganda through the media and stuff like that. Like, that stuff is real, but ain't nothing to get lost in. Just make sure you don't get lost in the fact when somebody randomly comes up to you trying to give you a pamphlet. I don't know you. That word, do you think I'm supposed to acknowledge you? It's because you believe you exist. Last time I checked, if I don't pay attention to something or pay my intention to it, my intent to it, it don't exist. And it's just as simple as that. But you don't owe nobody. I owe nobody nothing. I don't owe them my attention. I don't owe them my conversation. I don't owe them my acknowledgement. I deserve to be able to protect my energy and protect my energetic space and my spirit and my body. I'm allowed to do that. Anybody that offends is because they don't have good intentions. They never had good intentions for me. And they sit on a mission because we're all spirits and bodies. Some spirits are sent down into this realm that actually are for me. And then there's other spirits who are not. And they sit on a mission to like try to either it be take you through the humiliation rituals, whether it be through the psychiatric, in and out of the psychiatric, whether it's you getting locked up and stuff like that, or you know what I'm saying, the RICO case is getting planted with somebody setting you up, somebody attempting to like unalive you or hurt you and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, these things, these are real. Blood sacrifices, the destiny swapping, and trying to take somebody out just so you can beat them, which never works. I mean, the attempts that have been happening with me, it all failed. Try to go up against the system or whatever the case may be. They gonna try to come through with tactics, constantly rolling out new, going back to the drawing board, rolling out with new ways. Well, let's see if we can get it this way. Let's see if we can get, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I already went through the summer solstice. Now it's like into like It's into the winter solstice now. And that's kind of crucial. That's when they be ready to like lock people up, maybe have like car accidents or whatever the case may be. And it really ain't the time to be trying to go to churches and talk to members and people and all that. Like, for all I know, they could be a watcher. For all I know, they sit to watch me and know it ins and outs of what I be doing every day, all day. Even also to the degree of the people who be like sent to like literally try to hinder you and derail you off your path. But I say all that I've said to say this: when you raise your vibration and you work it every day to maintain your vibration, you're mentally at war, you're spiritually at war every day to maintain your original state of being, where you are focused on what you want to focus on, because your focus is your power. If you focusing on stuff that don't matter, you'll manifest whatever you focus on. You manifest. And it would make sense why those spiritual attacks be coming, because it's like they want to take your energy, harvest it, siphon it, to manifest what they want, or they want you to experience. People be hating so much they want you to experience poverty. People be hating you so much they be wanting you to have to like lower your standards, or chase after relationships, or men, or substances, all types of just crazy ass lower stuff that may have you out here looking bad or looking, and God be using all that for your good. So it's like, it's just, come on, make sense out of it, because it ain't making no sense to me. Everything that ever been used in a negative way, God turned it into good for me. Allowed me to have a footstool. Make my enemies my footstool. Yeah. Okay, thank you. But it's like, for real though. Best believe when you elevate, people are gonna try to pull you back down. The thing is, are you gonna allow it? Are you gonna allow them to hinder, distract you, hold you back? You can change your life. You are your own savior. Only you can save you. Can't nobody else save you. You have to be the one to save yourself. If you don't save yourself, you can't even expect God to do it. God helps those who help themselves. So if you're not willing to help yourself, God ain't gonna help you. And then God can't send nobody to help you. It might be certain people, places, and things. It might be something you trying to obtain. They probably work, kill, or deal with this, or whatever the case may be, and they could help you. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta help yourself. That's what I'm saying. If you like, I guess it's supposed to have given me shame with some guilty conscience or something. I don't gotta accept no pimp. I don't gotta accept nothing from nobody, especially if I don't know them. Not obligated. I was able to enforce healthy boundaries today. I was able to trust myself, not doubt myself today. I'm grateful, very grateful. And I was able to say no. The people who get further away in life are the people who are willing to say no. If you always saying yes, that's some people pleasing. That's some people pleasing behavior. People pleasing get you nowhere. Being nice, trying to be on everybody's good side, never trying to have somebody look at you a certain, man, forget that. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on what I said and what I'm saying up. You are your own savior. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. Because if you don't do it first for yourself, can't nobody else do it for you. And nobody else will be willing to do it for you. It's been way within like the past 3-4 years. It's been people from these different societies, quotes, or whatever you want to call it, or even churches, or whatever you want to call it, that's been trying to have me in a scarcity, lack mindset, poverty mindset, and poverty, having to beg or trying to, having to deal with the wrong men or people who just wanted to try to keep me on substances, all types of crazy ass stuff. But God supersedes all that. God pulled me out of from all up underneath all that. I'm one with God. I'm one with God. And you talking about receiving no pamphlet, or passing pamphlets out, or going to no church, or going to no building. It's like you idolizing the building, making it. God is in all things. God is everywhere. But are you willing to acknowledge it? And are you willing to acknowledge the God within yourself, that you don't need a person, place, or thing, or anything outside yourself to know thyself, to have an understanding of yourself, to not doubt yourself, to not trust yourself? Because the more you trust yourself, you can avoid a lot of stuff in life that, whether you know, it's unintentionally or intentionally sent to like harm you and stuff. But everything works out in my favor always, and it's literally my freaking footstool to stand on and to elevate higher. Because you want to always have a higher vibration or a high vibration. When you get into a lower vibration, it makes you more susceptible to these attacks, whether mentally. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you telling your relative or something you like such and such, but then they go on a rant about how they don't like this, or they go off topic. Or emotionally, you on the phone with one of your friends, they trauma dumping on you. Now you emotionally drained and stuff. You gotta protect your energy. Mentally, emotionally, physically. Not being around any and everybody. Not letting any and everybody in your space. There's been a lot of them, like a lot, whether it's men, women, their spirits and bodies, that be trying to like urgency, too eager to try to hand me a pamphlet, try to talk to me. Hold on, I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm not obligated to know you. I don't have to engage with you. I don't even have to acknowledge your existence. God didn't tell me that I had to acknowledge you. God didn't tell me I had to accept your pamphlet. God didn't tell me nothing. God told me to live within my truth and what feels right to me, and my intuition, and my gut feeling. Period. And not to go against that. A lot of people that go against their gut feeling, they realize towards the end why they should have never went against their gut feeling. I had many attempts, like as far as like mentally, emotionally, physically, my character, my image. Them trying to like assassinate my character, assassinate my image, how other people perceive me. I don't care how other people perceive me. It's about how I perceive myself first. And it's how God perceived me and myself. That include the 20 billion, 30 million, however people are on the planet. See, when you one with God, you don't need nothing external. As above, so below, as within, so without. You don't need nothing outside yourself. God gave me everything I need. A spirit, a mind, and where my attention goes, energy flows. God gave everybody what, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, everybody. Because a lot of people, majority of the world, you kind of give off like that non-playable character, NPC, and just not really there. They either lost in like the news, loving hip hop. A lot of that, a lot of them shows was like, yeah, okay, funny or whatever you want to call it, but it kept people in a lower vibrational state. And then through repetition and it constantly being aired or on, and through repetition, like, it was normalized. And through that, that's how your minds are being programmed. Because then you start living that out. And it's like, and especially if you're spiritually aware and like Of course, they'll try to have smear campaigns and try to make you out to be, what is it, junkie, or say you a hoe, or say this or that. If you's talking like how I'm like talking, of course. It's been going on for probably about like 3-4 years, like since 2022 all the way up to now. Cause it be agents, it be people sent in from close or their family be involved with it. And they be targeted. Cause they want their energy, they want that said soul or whatever. But you can't take nobody's soul. You gotta live with the soul that you got, the energy that you got, who you are. God ain't finna allow it. God finna inform this person and let this person know. Cause also will be informing this around and stuff like that. I'm me for a reason. I ain't changing for nobody. Of course they'll try to like have you with RICO cases and like I always say, they can imprison the body, this flesh, this physical form, this vessel. They can't imprison my mind. They never been able to imprison my mind. I'm not mentally holding on to mental crushes of a Bible or going to church on every Sunday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. I'm not mentally crushed by the news, watching the news and all them like said low vibrations and stuff that be going. I'm not crippled by watching like love and hip hop or like shows, Real Housewives, whatever them shows, like the drama and all that type of stuff, you know? Like, everything you need is inside of you. You just take the time to acknowledge it. But as far as I know, this rant, this spiritual rant that I'm on, I'm done with it. But that's all I gotta say. That's really all I gotta say. Like, I don't need no pamphlet, no Bible, no person, place, or thing outside of myself to know God. Because to know God is to know thyself, because God is within you. You don't have to go searching. Every time you go searching for something, you become more lost. Because you weren't supposed to be searching anyway. You're supposed to acknowledge that within you, it was there all along. When you talk like this, or when you talk certain ways, trust and believe that people are going to be sent to try to like derail you or try to make you be a certain type of way.